really don't have time to chat because I need to get ready for class. I'm so tired, but we gotta go to school. Okay, quick fit check before I run out the door. Sweater, Anthropology. This turtleneck is from Walmart. Jeans are thrifted from a vintage market in Florida, but I think the brand is called Marana, I don't know. And then the Sambas, of course. Let's go. Today has been a chaotic day. So glad to be home. I made it to class right on time. Well, more like 3 minutes late, but no one was ready, so it was fine. And then I realized that I left my pencil case at home, which is always so annoying because I hate taking notes on my laptop. I would much prefer to write them down. And then, for those of you who don't know, I'm adopting a puppy. Marshall and I are adopting a puppy, and we literally just reserved her this past weekend. So we just sent a deposit to reserve her. And the lady who we are getting our puppy from, she's just a little lady from the countryside, the French countryside. And in order to receive her money, she has to give her ID. And the name that she gave us was her married name, and the name on her ID is her maiden name. So the guy didn't give her the money because it's technically the wrong name, which is so annoying. So we were trying to figure all that out, see if we could cancel the payment. She went somewhere else and the person was way nicer. We got it figured out, so that's good. Then on my way home, the metro just stopped, didn't want to go. So thankfully it was only 3 stops away from my apartment, so I just walked the rest of the way, but I'm like flustered and hungry and I just want to sit down. Tonight's dinner, butter noodles and meatballs. This is what happens when I cook for myself. I'm also just trying to use up everything that I have in the fridge and not go out and spend money. And I don't have any sauce, so doing what I can, okay? Just took a well-needed shower. Now I'm sitting and about to do some schoolwork. I have my tea in my Christmas mug that I finally was able to pull out and use. I know I said I was going to talk about my book every day. However, I only read like 5 pages today. So instead I thought I would talk to you about this excerpt that I read in my Literature of Spain class because I found it quite interesting. So please excuse my accent. I'm not gonna read to you in Spanish, but the title of this novel is El Árbol de la Ciencia, so the Tree of Science. Basically, this excerpt is a conversation between the main character and someone he knows. The main point in this conversation is, would you rather know or would you rather be happy? I feel like that is something I think about a lot. Really, ignorance is bliss. The more you know, the more you realize just how messed up the world is. Peace really just talks about the contradiction between knowing and happiness. There's a conversation about religion versus science and how if you follow science to a T, you're not going to be happy because science leads to death. You know, these are the facts, and the facts of life are not they're beautiful, but they're harsh. Whereas in religion, there's almost fantasy, I say in quotations, around what life is like and afterlife. Sometimes when I'm overthinking just life in general, I think about how much easier life would be if I were stupid. Like the people who have nothing up here, they don't think about all the great mysteries of life and the purpose of living, and they just go on about their day and just take it day by day, and they're happy because they don't have all these things that weigh them down. I'm not saying that I'm not a happy person, but I just find it interesting. There's also this one line that I will read you very quickly. I will read it in Spanish, but please forgive my accent. I sound like a gringa when I speak Spanish, but I find that it's a very beautiful comparison. The line is, and I will translate obviously, El hombre cuya necesidad es conocer es como la mariposa que rompe la crisálida para morir. Okay, I will read you the exact translation. The translation is, man whose necessity is knowledge is like the butterfly that breaks its chrysalis only to die. Basically saying that humans have this need to break free and to know things. There's almost this comparison that this pursuit of knowledge, the breaking free of the chrysalis, only leads to mortality and death and suffering. Yeah, so this book is the type of novel that is right up my alley, that is bound to put me into an existential crisis, which is my favorite genre of reading. It's a bit of a deeper conversation than I intended, but it's stuff I find interesting, and it's what we went over in class today, so I thought I'd share. Okay, now I really need to do my schoolwork, so we'll chit chat later.